Hey guys, I got Matt Stevenson here from True North, another portfolio partner. Just doing a check-in. Matt, with all these check-ins, the format we're going to talk about what the business looked like last year, how the business has changed, and then what advice you would give to a young guy starting out, just suffering from the same any of the same issues that we all experience between 500,000 to 4 million. So Matt, like, can you describe to us the company and the challenges you were facing?
Um, so last year I did about 1 million, and at that structure I'm just like everything revolves on me, and basically it's very hard to grow when you handle everything. So um I knew I needed to make some changes um to my structure just if I wanted to grow to the 2 to 3 to 4 16 million the CQC way. Um so what really drew me to the RC platform was all the systems were ironed out. I really don't have steady systems right now, and I knew that was a problem. And then basically, I feel like the RC style is worth its weight in gold just in the systems that you gain. So I just love the systems and just like the processes that
Right.
helps me like just ramp up a couple years just based on me figuring this stuff out for myself.
Sure. What are what are like what would you say the top three problems that you've solved in this transformation?
Um, Redlining. So like
Redlining. Could you explain for
having
these guys?
having a bulletproof plans and scope of work for a project. So
Hmm.
how I operated is basically everything was up in my head, and that required too much of me. But if you redline it and get everything written down, there's no calling me anymore for these questions. It's you go to the plans that everyone signed off on, and that just eliminates a lot of time out of my on my end.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's one. Do you ask for three or just one?
Yeah, I would say top three, but if that's it.
That's in like the proposal process.
Hmm.
Just having a better presentation for that.
Hmm.
Before I was just using very bland Word documents, and so I feel like I give a lot better of a professional um product now when I go on my initial site
Yeah,
visits or my initial proposal calls.
yeah. And
Um,
how about your project management process? We were just talking earlier about lining out your first real project manager. When do you expect to get off the tools or out of the field?
so I've been out of the field
Oh, okay.
for like, well, I dabble in it, I guess. I
Yeah.
might do, I don't know, 3 or 4 days a month, but um I've been most of the tools, but it's just not it's not uh, organized or it's not systemized. So
Hmm.
I I have a nice template now or just structure to follow going through the RC program. At least now I know
Yes,
like
it
here's
did.
the roadmap.
Yep. Yep. And so with you did a mill last year. What do you on? What do you feel you're on track to accomplish this year in 2023?
Um I if I would say I'm on pace to do at least 1.2 right now, but
Okay.
I have a good bit in design right now that if I get that through quicker,
Yeah.
um, I could do more than that. But I know I just looked at the other day. I know I could produce 1.2 by the end of the year, but I have currently in design, I have 800,000 in
Okay.
design. So
That's
I think
good.
only probably 40% of that might get through by the end of the year.
Okay. So about 1.2, talk to me about profitability. Are we doing better gross profit this year than last year?
Um, we should. I haven't looked at it recently. And why I say should is because I'm charging for design now. It's like
Yep.
I was it's ridiculous what I was charging before, and basically I was treating it as like a means to the product, like to the contract. But
Yeah.
now I'm like charging money to make money in design,
Yeah.
and it's like I have a new profit center just in design right now.
That is key. That is key. So talk to me about like your workload. you've been able to get out of the field, are you able to spend more time with the family, or is it just your work is now directed into working on the business?
I would say I think I've been more with the family because since I've been out of the field, I don't get caught at the job till like 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
I finish my day. For me, it's around 5:30. So when I would be home, sometimes it changes, but like I've been more present that I've been working on the business than in the business. So
Yeah.
that has been nice.
Yeah. So you're running the business on your terms instead of the business running you.
Hmm.
That's good. That's good. So what are your plans for next year? What are once we get your PMs fully trained and you have more time to dedicate to business development, what's your goal for 2024?
That's a good question. I haven't put a lot of weight into that. I would say for me, I learn slow,
Oh,
and
come
I,
on.
I I make change slow. So I think comfortably maybe 1.7, but I think
Good.
it's very easily to hit 2.5. It's just getting the right processes in order for
Right.
me. Um, I would say 1.7 to 2.5 would be
The
ideal.
range. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. We'll make sure you get there. What I guess my last question is for the guys out there who are solo operators, maybe somewhere between 500K to 1 million. What advice would you give them to just end that crazy hamster wheel that keeps you on the job till 8 p.m. every night and you're working your ass off and getting nowhere?
Um, Develop processes.
Yeah.
Um, like documentation. It's like having a better process is going to only help you improve for the next time. Um, and like kind of getting a team behind you. Like it doesn't have to be in this day and age, it doesn't have to be in-house team. There's a lot of subcontractors out there, and be honest with the way it is trying to hire people, it's tough. So you got to rely a lot on subcontractors, but getting a team that can help you can't do it all yourself. Is
Yeah.
basically the
Leverage experts, hold them accountable, charge what
yeah
you're worth so that you can
yeah.
pay for the experts.
Hmm.
Save, it's a lot cheaper than doing it twice.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, Matt, that's wise words, Matt. I appreciate you. I appreciate the check-in.
Hmm.
I am really looking forward to watching your next 6 months as we get your PM trained and see if we can't move the needle a little bit farther than 1.2.
All
I
right.
think. All right, man. I'll
Sounds
see
good.
ya.
All right.